This meeting of the City of Socorro Planning and Zoning Commission is set to begin. Due to the ongoing threat to the public health, the City of Socorro, Texas, Council and Commissions will begin conducting a virtual meeting broadcasted by phone and live streaming services from Council Chambers, located at 860 North Rio Vista Road, Socorro, Texas 79927, to practice social distancing and limit the number of people physically present at one time. There will be no physical access to the location mentioned above. We do ask everyone to silence their electronics to avoid any sound interruptions. No disruptive behavior or outbursts will be tolerated, and violators are subject to call disconnection and possible prosecution. Anyone who has signed up to speak or present will be called upon by the presiding officer to speak during public comment or on their agenda item in accordance with Government Code 551.042. La reunión de la Comisión de Planificación y Zonificación de la Sede de Socorro está por empezar. Por el problema de salud pública en curso, el Concilio y las Comisiones de la Ciudad de Socorro, Texas, transmitirá su reunión por teléfono y servicios de transmisión en vivo desde la sala del Concilio localizada en 860 Norte Rio Vista Road, Socorro, Texas 79927, para practicar el distanciamiento social y limitar el número de personas físicamente presentes. No habrá acceso físico a la ubicación mencionada anteriormente. Les pedimos a todos que silencien su equipo electrónico para evitar interrupciones de sonido. No se va a tolerar ningún tipo de comportamiento perjudicial o revoltoso. Quien no siga estas reglas, su llamada estará desconectada y por eso infraccionado. Quien se haya apuntado para hablar o presentar será anunciado por el oficial condicionó la reunión para poder hablar durante los comentarios públicos o sobre su tema específico de la agenda, de acuerdo con el Código del Gobierno 551.042.
This is the Socorro Planning and Zoning Commission, March 16th, 5:43 p.m. We call this meeting to order.
Item number 2, establishment of quorum. Ernest Gomez. David Estrada. Is absent. Arturo Lafuente.
Here.
Andrew Arroyos.
Here.
Enrique Cisneros.
Here.
We have quorum with 3 commissioners present. Item number 3, notice to the public. Diana, do we have anyone that would like to speak?
No, ma'am.
Item number 4, consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Was that Mr. Lafuente?
Yes.
Thank you. I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyo, second by Arturo Lafuente to approve, and I'd like to take a vote. Andrew Arroyos,
Yes, ma'am.
Enrique Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
Ernest Gomez is absent. David Estrada is absent. Arturo Lafuente.
Here. Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 5, consider and take action on the proposed preliminary and final plat approval for Jordan subdivision, being tracks 5A and 6B1A, block 27, Socorro Grant, located at 11661 Socorro Road for a lot split.
This is public hearing,
Good
right?
afternoon, Commissioners. This is Joe with the Planning and Zoning Department. This is an application for a lot split. This property is located at the intersection of Figueroa and Socorro Road. It's at 11661 Socorro Road. There's currently a business in the property. There's a restaurant and there's a house. The owner wants to split the property in half because they want to sell the portion of land where the house is, and they just want to keep the restaurant for themselves. The proposed, it's owned by Jaime Francisco and Guillermina Jordan. The proposed lot split would be, the area in lot 1 would be 13,226 square feet. That's about a third of an acre. And lot 2 would have 12,754 square feet. Property is located in Zone X in the FEMA maps. And let me show you the preliminary plat. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see it. So here's the property in question. It's showing all the improvements. There is an existing area where there used to be a swimming pool. It looks like they wanna use this place for the on-site bonding. This plat is still being reviewed by the city's consultant. We still haven't received comments from them. I'm gonna show you the final plat so you can see how they wanna subdivide the land. So the way you see it here on the screen, this is how they wanna subdivide it. And the city is asking for additional right-of-way on Figueroa Road. Let me put the map on the screen again, aerial map, so you can see why. There is a misalignment on Figueroa Road, which is this little dead-end road. But when you get to this property, the city's asking for additional right-of-way so they can dedicate and in the future create a realignment of Figueroa for a potential widening of the road. In addition to that, we're asking for additional right-of-way on Socorro Road for the expansion of Socorro Road. The right-of-way that we're asking is to match the existing property that has been acquired along Socorro Road. To have a straight alignment. Let me put the parcel layers real quick. As you can see, there's been right-of-way acquired on other properties along Socorro Road. So we're asking for 20 feet on Socorro Road and 15 feet on Figueroa. So I don't know if you have any questions about this plat. I'm gonna put it on the screen one more time so you can see the final plat. Do you have any questions?
Mr. Terrazas, the owners have agreed to the right of way, right?
Yes, they agree to donate whatever the city needs. And like I said earlier, the plan is still being reviewed by the consultant to make sure that this proposal is going to work. We still haven't received the comments from the engineers. As soon as we get them, we're gonna send them to the applicant so they can include the additional right-of-way that we're asking.
So, Mr. Terrazas, the engineers will know if they can keep that, because I'm guessing they didn't tear down the pool walls. It looks like they just filled it in, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
So that pool, that it looks like it was just, they just filled it in, right? They didn't
Yes.
take down.
Yes.
So the engineer will address what needs to be done to make sure that that is taken care of and can be made ponding now instead of a pool.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Mr. Terrazas, you said that there is a restaurant in the building close to the Figueroa Street.
Yes.
Is that restaurant once they make the subdivision and also the part of dedication for the road for the street, it's gonna be comply with the setbacks that structure?
Yes, that is correct. They're still gonna be able to comply with the setbacks, and then they're gonna create a little offset to match the proposed alignment of the road.
And what about the parking?
Currently, They're operating as a drive-through, but they do have parking available on the front, and they're gonna continue to use it if it's necessary, but in the meantime, they're operating as a drive-through business.
And where's the ponding area in the back? Um, you said that they're gonna dedicate an area for the ponding area. Which area is gonna be? In front?
That area is not shown on the preliminary plat. As you can see, they're proposing to use the existing pole that was there, but it still has to be engineered. The calculations are not shown on the preliminary plat, and that's probably one of the comments that the city's engineer are gonna point out once we get the comments from them. We'll send them to the applicant.
Once, once, once they use the ponding area in the pole, and once the piece of land that they're going to dedicate for the Figueroa Street is gonna be enough for the parking in between the ponding and that line?
Yes, that's correct.
From the dashed line that you have on the drawing and to the pole, how many feet you have?
We don't have that information on the plan, and but we did confirm that there's enough room for parking space.
Because minimum you have between 18 and 20 feet for the parking area.
Yes, sir. So what they're proposing is, let me bring the plan here real quick on the screen. On this little area here, they want to have diagonal parking spaces. That's the reason why they have enough room.
Okay.
And they want to continue to use this as the driveway.
Does the city require so for ADA parking? Once they have
Yes, only one space is required for the size of this parking space.
So the area will comply with that?
Yes, sir.
And the border limits are with fence, with rock wall, or what do they have right now?
They have a combination of rock wall and fence, but once they start doing the improvements that are required, they're probably going to remove the fence from the line after the right-of-way has been dedicated. And I don't know what else, what they're going to be putting in the future. If they're going to leave it open, or if they're going to put up another fence.
Well,
we have not spoken about that with the owner.
Once they have a business, they don't need any fence, right?
That's correct.
But in the subdivision line, they should put something, right? Like
it's optional. It's up to them if they want to do that.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
I'd like to make a motion to approve as per staff's recommendations, along with approving with the right-of-way shown in the maps given to the city.
I second.
Can we roll call for a vote?
Did they get those?
I don't know if Claudia roll calls for a vote or who else roll calls for a vote.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. I have a motion made by Enrique Cisneros, second by Andrew Arroyos, with staff recommendations to approve. And I'd like to take a vote. Andrew Arroyos?
Yes, ma'am.
Real quick, and also to approve with the right-of-way shown on the maps.
Okay, thank you. Enrique Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
Ernest Gomez is absent, David Estrada is absent, and Arturo Lafuente.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 6, consider and take action on the preliminary and final plat approval for Rancho Escondido Estate, being track 2E2, Block 11, Socorro Grant for a new development.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. This is an application for a new subdivision. This is a minor plat. This subdivision is located at about 3,000 feet west from North Loop. It's right next to Rancho Viejo. It's this little triangle that's outlined here in the back. The subdivision of the land, all the lots will have over half an acre, almost 1 acre each lot. There's a total of 6 lots proposed in this final plat. First one will have 46,563 square feet. Lot number 2 would have 41,891 square feet. Lot number 3 will have 38,759 square feet. Lot 4 will have 38,760 square feet. Lot 5, 38,767 square feet. And lot 6 will have 41,640 square feet. I'm gonna put the final plat on the screen so you can see it. There is no ponding area in this development. There's no public pond. They are proposing on-site ponding. Here it is. What it is there is at the end of Rancho Viejo Road, we want to continue the roadway and then create this cul-de-sac. And then this is where you see the 6 lots that they want to create. They are not providing a park either, so they would have to pay the 2.5% park fees. And this development lies in flood zone X from the FEMA firms. And I don't know if you have any questions about this development. Also, just to mention that the design of this subdivision is consistent with Rancho Viejo because we consider it a continuation of Rancho Viejo. We recommended approval for this subdivision to move forward. Also, they provided us a preliminary plat, and I'm also going to put it on the screen. And as you can see, they are proposing on-site ponding, exactly like Rancho Viejo. These 2 plats have already been reviewed by the city's engineers, and we're given a list of some of the corrections that need to be done. Most of them have been taken care of, except for the soils analysis is still pending. They're still working on it. Other than that, everything has been addressed. It was pointed out by the city's engineer. So I don't know if you have any other questions about this one.
I don't have any questions. Anybody else?
How many lots they have?
6.
6?
Can we get an aerial view of how that area looks like now? Currently?
The yellow line that you see here, this is North Loop, and then this is Rancho Viejo. And as you can see, Rancho Viejo, it ends right here where there's a cotton field. And the lots they want to create is this little piece of triangle that you see outlined.
And Rancho Viejo doesn't have a park either, does it? The existing Rancho Viejo.
That's correct.
So the only exit for those 6 lots is gonna be Rancho Viejo, right?
Yes, that's correct. They're only extending the roadway another about 500 feet, and then they're going to create the cul-de-sac.
None of the neighbors were opposed to this, Mr. Terrazas?
I'm not sure if there's anybody on the line who signed up to speak. Diana?
No,
many-
nobody called in to speak.
Do
This-
these developers own the lot that just north of there?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. How old is Rancho Viejo?
I'm not sure. I don't have that information.
Must be old, no? Because of the Rancho Viejo part.
I don't know. I didn't get that information. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You could probably find it if you give me a second.
Okay.
Rancho Viejo. Rancho Viejo was recorded in 2004.
So I think because it is such a small number of lots that are going to be on here, I don't have a big issue with not holding them to, hey, we want the park, we'll take the 2.5%, whatever that is. But if in the future, and I know we're going to judge all these separately, if this is if the plan is to subdivide these and develop these in parcels so that it keeps us from having to hold them to creating a park for those residents. I just want to make sure that we remember, that the old Rancho Viejo doesn't have a park, the new Rancho Viejo doesn't have a park, and if I'm very worried about not giving these residents the park. They're going to get the 2.5% to the city, which they won't see, but that'll be my 2 cents. But I don't have an issue with it.
Nobody else has anything? I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Oh, I have a question. The city of Socorro, they don't have any proposal for any park around there? Mr. Terrazas?
There is a park there's a park under construction. Let me just show you the screen here real quick. So this is Rancho Viejo right here.
Yeah.
There is a park under construction right in this little corner. This is a new subdivision that's still under construction. And we've been informed by the developer that it should be complete by the middle or the end of July. The park, I don't know if they're going to complete the park by then, but all the roads will be in place. And then there's going to be a small park in this area.
How big is that park?
I don't have that information here.
Like 1 acre, 2 acres?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
And just as a point of clarification, I guess I don't have my City of Socorro master plan, but if I remember it correctly off the top of my head, under any new development, the city is going to request either 2.5% of the cost of the development, or please help me with the second half of that. How much set aside for the park? How much was that, Mr. Terrazas?
It's 2.5%.
of the land as well for the,
Yes.
okay. So again, that part that you mentioned was probably 2.5 of that other development. I guess what I'm just, for future reference, I'm gonna be worried of any other development in that area. Because again, there's been two developments, one from 2004 or 94, whatever you mentioned earlier, and this one that wasn't provided with parking. But again, I know those have to be judged separately, but I guess that's my worry. But again, 7 lots isn't enough to. I mean, in my opinion, it's a small enough development where I think that it'll slide this time. So I think there's a motion on the floor.
Yes, I make a motion to approve, please.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyo, second by Enrique Cisneros to approve, and I'd like to take a vote. Andrew Arroyos,
Yes, ma'am.
Enrique Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
Ernest Gomez, David Estrada is absent. Arturo Lafuente,
Um, all option.
Mr. Gomez, can you hear me?
No, Mr. Gomez is not present, I guess. I'm Arturo.
I think he joined the meeting.
Oh, he did.
Mhm.
Mr. Gomez,
Yes.
motion is carried. Item number 7, Planning and Zoning Commissioners Report.
Nothing to report.
I don't have anything to report.
Item number 8, Planning and Zoning Department Report.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. The only thing that we have to report today is that in a couple of meetings ago, there was a rezoning application that was approved by you. And when it went to council, something happened down the line, and the development is not going to happen the same way that it was presented to you. So we had to take it out of the agenda, and we're going to bring it back to you so you can see the changes that happened. And to make you aware real quick, I guess I'll just show you. There was going to be a subdivision in this piece of land, if you remember, by Nuevo. So what happened is there's a canal that crosses through the development, and turns out that this canal is not going to be vacated. So the developer was not able to acquire the property. They're going to take it out, and then they're going to come back and they're going to show you the new numbers, because they're asking for a variance to the size of the lots. They wanted to reduce 40% of the lots to lots down to 500 square feet or more. Well, it looks like the numbers are going to change, so we're bringing it back, and you're probably going to see that in the next meeting. And that's the only thing I have to report.
Item number 9, excuse
sorry.
of the commission members.
Sorry, I did have some questions. I don't know if I can ask those real quick. I was on mute. Mr. Terrazas, who's that developer?
Gonna be Mr. Escobar. If you remember the last time you were asking for the numbers of the size of the lots, and they provided that information. We took it to council, but when it was postponed the first time, the second time it went to them, it looks like the numbers are different now. So now they're coming back.
And my other question is going to be, if we're asking for a variance, shouldn't it go to the Board of Adjustments instead of Planning and Zoning?
No, you also have the authority to approve this variance because it's related to a zoning application.
Very good. Was there a change to the right of way? I guess they haven't come up with the figures yet. But do you know if there's gonna be a change in the right of way that they're gonna give the city?
No, the right of way is still the same, but like I said, I'm gonna bring that application back in the next meeting. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them when we're presenting the case.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 9, excuse absent commissioner members. Do I have a
Make a
motion?
I make a motion to excuse.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyo, second by Enrique Cisneros to excuse. And I'd like to take a vote. Andrew Arroyo,
Yes, ma'am.
Enrique Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
Ernest Gomez,
Yes.
David Estrada is absent. Arturo Lafuente.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 10, consider and take action on the adjournment of this meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyo, second by Enrique Cisneros to adjourn. And I'd like to take a vote. Andrew Arroyo,
Yes, ma'am.
Enrique Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
Ernest Gomez,
Yes.
David Estrada is absent. Arturo Lafuente.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned at 6:12 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.